Good afternoon. Welcome to the video. We are looking at Joby Aviation. Currently have the daily time frame on screen. We've done a video on this stock on the 28th of October, and in which case that video is there. I did highlight in this video why I'm expecting a gradual move to the downside. So if you want to go and check that video out, then please do. I still stand by that bias. And on Friday, we had a bit of a sell-off into the European session, into the US session, and late in that US session on Friday, we saw a V reversal, a complete reversal, in fact, and Joby ended up finishing 4% in the green, along with countless other stocks. But with that said, I still stand by the same bias, and I'm just going to cover in this video what I can see throughout potentially the rest of the week or the next fortnight with this particular stock. So the bias remains the same, and if you haven't seen that video, I suggest that you listen to that first before this one. So okay, Friday. This was the Friday close. We managed to stay above this low, which was the 4th of September low, down at $12.66. We came into a low of $13.20. And now you can see with this orange line here in the pre-market, we're up to $15.30. Now there is room to push up into this sort of $18 region. But at the same time, depending on how the market opens, of course, we could also just, go to the other side. But when we look at the futures, looking pretty positive during that Asia Open and the European session at 1.4%. So I think we can be fairly optimistic about, a continuation to the upside. But I want to show you a piece of price action in the past in this stock in 2021, so 4 years ago. And I'm going to show you something using the current price action via a tool inside a TradingView called a bars pattern, which is here, which is how we produce what's called a fractal. So we're going to take a pull from this high to there, and it produces basically the price action, as you can see, like so. And we're going to use that, and we're going to take it back because I feel that I've found a potential kind of blueprint of price action, and I just want to use this to make my point about the current price activity. So we're going to make this a little bit bigger, and as you can see, because I've made that bigger, this was the fractal that I cut out, and this is the price action in question. So previously, if we just rewind back here, this was the all-time high. That was February of 2021. And then you had this in August 2021, so which was essentially a lower high, $14.50, before getting that, huge move down into kind of $8, retest, and so on and so forth. But now we're going to measure this up, or put this fractal together. And we obviously, first of all, need to make that smaller. And we're going to fit this all together. So you're going to hopefully understand if I put that together like this. We do pretty much the same. You can see how this fractal is, I'm not going to say it's eye for an eye, but it's pretty accurate, and you can see here. So the point of me showing you this is, if, for example, we did actually extend that, and that came, into, we can see we caught this high, we've got that low, we've got this top. It's only this bit that is slightly off, okay? But even so, this is the point. If I was to measure now, okay, if I find the measurement tool, if I was to measure now from this low into this high, so that would be from $7.90 into $11. That's 39%. Okay, that's a 39% move to the upside. But if we look at what happened, from that move upwards, we can see quite clearly that, all we done was slowly just put in, this lower highs, lower lows, and come all the way down. I mean, this is down at $3. Okay, no one up here when it's $11 is believing that you're going to $3. Okay, anyone that's here, they're actually expecting, oh yeah, we're definitely going to 15 again. So if I go back to the current price action now, that is the point I'm trying to make. So this comes on the back of some feedback that I received where, someone's adamant that we're going to 20, and sure, we will go to 20 at some point. And this idea can be completely invalidated and we can come to 20 next week if we claim, this region, this 1850. But my point is, just hold on to the fractal story. If I measure from this candle, this is Friday's candle, okay, and we're going to take this now all the way up to what? 39%. Here we go. There you go. That's 39%. Now I'm going to snap a line along there and look at that. $18.47. Okay. Look at this. Look at this reaction we had here off of that level. There was a 15% drop. Okay, 11%. Okay, here, even bigger one, 30. So you understand the point. Now, even if we do come all the way back up, let me turn this back on. Even if we do come all the way back up here, we are only, well, I'm not going to say we are only doing this, but we are potentially only putting in a lower high. And if we put in that lower high, then what's people's emotional state up here? Like, we're going to all-time highs. We're really bullish. We're up, 39%, when the ultimate thing to happen to really wreck everybody would be, to start to lose that level and that to be the story. And if that is the story, okay, that's just a simple trend line there. I mean, I'm not saying to trade off of a trend line per se, but it does, it does help you kind of visualize the picture, if you like, if I use that. And you can see here like this, for example. So if that were to occur, that's all that's happening. And of course, we have a long way to go, not denying that, but that is my perspective on this stock. So I hope that feeds into your, broadens your perspective of potentially what could happen. Now, at the same time, of course, no one is ruling out that we can't come up and, find some strength, get some volume, start to claim that $18 level, go sideways and break out of this. Like, no one's saying that can't happen. But in the meantime, I would need to see that to actually really believe in that outcome. But absolutely, we can move up another 30-40% from here. But still, that target can be basically on my radar. Okay, that's going to conclude this video. So I hope that you find this helpful. If you do have any questions, please leave them below the chart. Please do like and subscribe or follow, and I will speak to you in the next video. Safe trading and have a great week.